Hello, good morning, everyone. Greetings from Beijing, China, where I am visiting my parents and relatives for the Chinese New Year. Today is the 4th of February. We have just welcomed a new solar season. In traditional Chinese lunar calendar, we divide a whole year to 24 solar seasons. This is the first of the 24 solar seasons. It is called in Mandarin Li Chun, meaning the beginning of spring. The season is named according to the changes of the energies in nature. From the beginning of spring, Li Chun signifies the yang energy in the nature will begin to grow, and we will see the daylight becoming gradually longer, and the temperature will rise. So all of this is because the yang energy in the nature will begin to rise, and correspondingly the yin energy will beginning to reduce and will become, the nighttime will become gradually shorter. And many animals or many plants will start to grow, and animals, some of the animals will come out of hibernation. And likewise, human is part of our nature, and we should live our lives and cultivate our energy according to the changes of the universe and the nature. And this is a really good time to waken up all of the yang energies in the body, which makes a perfect time to start practice our Tai Chi regularly. And wherever it's possible, we can go outdoors to practice in the fresh air. Of course, weather permitting, and always keep yourself warm. This is my second public lecture introducing the 24-step Yang style Tai Chi form. In the first public lecture, I introduced first 3 movements: the opening stance, the parting horse's mane, and number 3, white crane, open its wings. 起势，野马分鬃，白鹤亮翅。I also stressed even the 24 compact Yang style form is a short with less repetitions. We must bear in mind when we practice the shorter compact form, we never compromise the principles, the fundamental philosophies of Tai Chi. The requirement of Tai Chi principles is never compromised. With that in mind, today I will introduce the next 3 movements. The next 3 movements, the names are Low Xi Ao Bu, brush knee twist steps, 手挥琵琶, playing pipa, or strum the lute. Number 3, new for today, 倒卷弓, repose the monkey. Good. I should all remind yourselves, before you embark on learning and practice Tai Chi movements, we should always do appropriate warm-up to avoid possible injuries, pulling of the ligaments. During our public lecture, we have very limited time, so I will leave the warm-up exercise over to you. But do make yourself some time. If you arrive the lecture a little late, then please don't join me just yet. Try to do some warm-up exercise on your own for yourself, the movements that you're familiar with. And then you can join me. Okay, if you have finished your own warm-up exercise today, now let's make a start. I'm going to stand up in a comfortable and safe space and introduce the first new movement of today's public lecture. From the white crane, open its wings, 白鹤亮翅. Now the correct direction, let me explain. In the forms, I will always use the reference of a clock to explain our directions. The curtain behind me will be the 12 o'clock of the face of a clock. So I will face away from the camera, face the curtain. This is the 12 o'clock. And to my right will be 3 o'clock. Facing the camera will be 6 o'clock. And to my left will be 9 o'clock. This will be the back view, the follow me view, and the reference that we always use. So when we start the form, we will face 12 o'clock, and the first 3 movements will continuously moving towards 9 o'clock. As a result, when we reach white crane, open its wings, we should be facing 9 o'clock. We should be facing 9 o'clock. Okay, let me demonstrate the first time our 3 movements. Low xi ao bu, brush knee, twist step. Number 2, this movement will repeat 3 times.手挥琵琶. Dao Juan Gong. This we will repeat 4 times. Last time. Okay. If you don't have enough space, adequate space, feel free to reposition your starting point as and when you need it. Now, I would like to break movements down and take you through step by step how to practice, learn the coordination, the hand movement, and the foot movements. From white crane, open its wings. Let's have a look. The front view, I will be facing the camera. Have a look. We finished white crane, open its wings, with our right hand on top, left hand down, and rest the front foot on the floor. This, remind yourself and check for yourself, footwork is an empty stance. We explained what it means by empty stance. Empty refers to the body weight of the front foot is very light, is insubstantial, and therefore we call it empty. The back foot, if I bring my clothes a little bit tighter, you feel you're sitting on the back foot, the rear foot, and the rear foot will carry more or less 80% of our body weight. And our tailbone is pointing, pointing towards the back of the heels. And at this point, check your hip crease is softly drawn backwards, and not lean the shoulder behind your hips. So from here, right hand at the sort of blocking upwards, left hand is circling around and protecting, sweeping around our knees and our waist. Blocking high, blocking low, like the white crane, open its wings. Changes from this posture to brush knee twist step. We first look at the hands. We want to turn the body from front facing. We turn the body to the left. Okay, if I do the mirrored image for you, do the mirrored image. Okay, now you can, I am your mirror. You can copy me. So we use the waist, turn the waist, waist lead the arms, arms lead the hands. So gently blocking down in an arc, in the curve, and turn the waist back to the other side. Gently circle, raise your right hand and draw the foot in. Step forward, gently curl in your elbow and palm. Transfer weight and push forward. Okay, this is the transition. This is the transfer, the transition to the first brush knee twist step. Okay, let's try to do this one more time. we can use numbers to break this movement down. Now let's do it again. This is the mirrored image of a white crane. Open its wings. 白鹤亮翅. 1. Start thinking of the waist, turning the waist. Waist turn, which leads to the arms to circle down. Waist turn back. Raise the other hands, the left hands. Circle your arms, draw the front foot in. Step and fold arm. Sink, try to sit down. 4. Transfer weight forward and push. Brush the bottom hand, brush and block away, clear the pathway, and allow the push to come through. Good. Now let's draw the front foot in. The foot will go a change from the empty stance. Change to a bow and arrow stance. 虚步转弓步. Last time I introduced a different type of stances. We need to get a little bit familiar with those stances because these stances are very often or frequently used in our Tai Chi Yang style. Bow stance from the empty stance. Withdraw the foot in to centralize the body weight and stepping forward again. Good. Remember, the bow and arrow stance should have a bit of width between the 2 feet. So draw back and step out. Step out, landing with the heel and transfer weight. Before you transfer weight, take your time to sit down. Feel the tailbone sinks right down below and underneath our ground, like the root of a plant. So we're going to sit down, cruising body weight forward. It's very important here. So this is the footwork. From one side of the bow stance, now we can proceed to the next bow stance. Gently taking the back foot up and control, with loads of control, stepping forward again with some distance, width, and transfer weight. Again, before we transfer weight, always think we need to draw the tailbone down to sink and then slide forward. Feel that solid connections with the Mother Earth. This way, we draw the energy up from our feet and cruising with the energy forward to the front foot. Good. So here is how we develop our grounding, our rooting, our stability from our stances and footwork. In our principle in Chinese, 脚要生根，入地3尺 feel your feet grows roots, invisible roots by energy beyond your feet and soles of your feet. 3 inches underneath the surface of our ground. That's how much of sinking energy we should always experience when we practice walking forward, walking backwards, any way, any direction we're moving. And it's always like solid connections. This will give us strength. After talking about our footwork, let's talk about our arms, okay? The changes of the arms and how the footwork and arms will connect together. In this posture, brush the knee, twist step. I will do the first time facing the camera and then do another time behind or turn around from the follow me view, okay? So facing the camera, I will do the mirrored image. 1, use your waist, use the waist, lead the arms and circle. Note here, the upper hand is not a very big round circle. It's not drawing, literally drawing a circle. It's reflection of the waist movements. The waist move, lead the hands coming round. So in effect, if my waist doesn't move, my hands stays here. Only because my hands move, the reflection of the waist move. And because my energy sinks, you try to sink the energy, your hands follows. Turn the waist back the other way. Circle the arms. 2, 3. Step and curl the palm. Above your shoulder, next to the ears. Sit, sink, and push. The arms doing brush. Imagine there is obstacles or maybe your opponent's incoming kick. You brush and clear the path and push back. Good. Pushing hands will aim towards the center of your body line. Your finger in line with your nose. The middle finger in line with the middle, in line with your nose. At your eye level. The brushing hands will come round to stop in line with your hips, by the side of your hips. Almost feels like your thumb pointing towards your hips. Good. This is the external, what we can see. What we can't see, but we should look for, is also the internal energy aspect. When we reach to pushing, brush and push, we should feel the energy expands to all parts of your body. So you should feel the heel of the palm, edge of the palm, and it's trying to expand from sit the wrist down and feel the pushing expanding, and feel this pushing from the heel of the palm all the way reach to the back of your shoulder blades. See, sink, push forward, but also the same amount of energy pushes back towards us. In another way, we're pushing, meeting an imaginary resistance. So we'll feel that expansion forward and back. And feel the crown lifting up. Chin slightly tucked in. Allow this energy rise from the back of your neck, elongate the back of your neck, and feel this spirit or energy rise from the crown. At the same time, the hip, our center, dantian, the qi center, and the back of the spine. At the same time, also try to sink. This sinking energy will correspond to this energy of our sitting, of our developing our roots, grounding. And this will be our expansion, this energy expansion upwards and downwards. We have talked about the front and behind our back of the shoulder, forward and backwards. At the same time, we should always feel the energy goes up and sink down. So we have the expansion upwards and downwards. Of course, we also should have engaged our core muscles to the back. So there will be the center internal contractions to allow the expansion on the outwards physical shape. Both arms should be naturally straight with a little bit curve, not sticking the elbows out, but not too straight as to lock the elbow. So feel the elbow is soft. The front hand also, this pushing, if I demonstrate with a diagonal view, the elbow should be a little bit soft. This is, we call it softness within the hardness. 刚中带柔，柔中遇刚. So it's almost straight, but it's not straight as in rigid hardness. This is the requirement of our principle of Yang style. Good. Let's practice 3 times as it required in the forms. Okay? Now, I have demonstrated earlier facing 12 o'clock and going to 9 o'clock. This time, to help you, I will do a mirrored image. The mirrored image I will do is, again, facing 9 o'clock, but I will use the opposite hand and foot. Okay, perhaps I will do this time. Okay, I will do once by follow me view. Okay, this is the back view. 1, turn from the waist. 2, turn the other way. Circle the arm, draw back the front foot. 3, step and curl the palm. 4, sit down, brush and push. Good. Okay. I don't have enough space to go repeat. Now I will change and use the side view, the side width to go through 3 repetitions. Okay, now if you can, you follow me. This is not the mirrored image here. I will do a mirrored image shortly. 1, brush knee twist step. 2, 3, 4. Number 2. 1, sit back, shift your weight, turning the toe out, transfer weight forward. 2, quietly shift your weight, bring the back foot up, extend your left arm. 3, step and curl the palm, sit down, sink. 4, transfer weight, brush with your right arm, hands, and push with the left hand. 1 more time, sit back, turning the toe out, transfer weight. 2, 3, step and curl the palm, sinking, sitting, and sliding forward. Push. Well done. Now we have done 3 times. Repetition. How are you getting on? Just checking the microphone is still on. Sometimes it can stop halfway. Well done. Now let me take you through once more on the mirrored image. Bear in mind of all the principles, requirements, and don't rush it. Feel you bring the qi down to dantian, the center. Now I'm doing the mirrored image. Okay. Circle, turn the waist. Waist, lead the arm. Draw the front foot in. Step, curl the palm. Sitting, draw the energy down. And brush and push. At the end of the postures, try to feel that expansion from the heel of the palm, edge of the palm, transfer all the way to the back of your shoulder blades, crown lift up, hip and your center is sinking down. Second time. Shift your weight back, turn the toe out, shift your weight forward. Now the arm circle. And 3, step and curl the palm. And 4, push forward. Once more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well done. The second new posture today, we will introduce 手挥琵琶, playing the pipa or strum the lute. This posture on the footwork, we will use the empty stance again. 虚步, 虚步. It's the changes of the stance is also a reflection of the yin and yang, fullness, emptiness, insubstantial and substantial. We constantly shift weight, body weight, between the 2 feet. And likewise, the energy is changing between the 2 feet. Sometimes it's more solid on the back foot, sometimes it's more solid on the front foot. In this next movement, we're using the back foot as the main solid support. The front foot is light. That's why we call it empty stance again. Let me take you through, just working on the last movement. Okay, I'm doing the mirrored image just now. Half a step up, half a step up, transfer weight back, sit back, raise the front palm, and 3. Rest the heel of the foot down and gently sit down with the tailbone, hip at the same time. Drop the elbows. Okay. To the front view. You may follow me on this one. The last, brush knee, twist step. This is the mirrored image. We take half a step up, 1, shift your weight back and turn the waist. Body slightly turn towards your right. When your waist turn, naturally your waist will lead the left arm up, shoulder high. 3, body turn back, sit down, sink. And at the same time, we're dropping the elbows downwards. Good. Hand movement. If we break this down to the foot movement and hand movement. Foot movement will change from bow and arrow stance back to empty stance. So from here, from the bow and arrow stance, we take half a step up. Half a step. Can you see my foot? Half a step up. And make sure the back foot, toes are pointing diagonal. And therefore, when you sit back, shift your weight back, you have prepared the hips to turn, hips and waist, turn to the side corner. As you turn, this is the time you will raise the left arm. And then you turn back, turn your waist back, then rest the heel down. Good. This is the footwork. You may have by now realized I regularly remind you, use your waist. Use your waist to lead your arm and use your waist to coordinate with your footwork, because the waist is very important, connecting the upper body and the lower body. Now let's have a look at the hand movement. From the brush knee twist step, again, this is the mirrored image. When you do the half a step up, there's not much yet hand movement. When you sit back and turn the waist, you can imagine you're guiding somebody's arms in. You're gently neutralize and guiding your opponent's arms in. Raise the other hand. And 3. As you turn, the body weight turns back. Elbows, look this gently rotation of sinking, closing of the energy slightly inwards and downwards. Okay, as a result of this closing energy, we finish fingers, palm diagonally facing sideways and inwards, and the fingers are diagonally facing upwards. Okay, this is the result of the energy when you rotate the energy. This is how it reflects out. Good. Let's have a look of the foot and arms putting together, how they coordinate. I will continue use the mirrored image here. The last Brashni twist step. 1, take half a step up. 2, turn the body and lead the arms. 3, body turns back, elbows down, heels down. The finished movement, we should have the front arms, front hands, finger in line with your nose. Again, in the body center line, at your eye level. In terms of the energy, we should feel that expansion feeling again. Elbows down, shoulders down. At the same time, there's a rising feeling through the crown. Again, it's downwards feeling, sinking, consolidation, grounding, and upwards. Elbows down, but fingers upwards. Good. And a little bit space underneath. The arms a little bit curved. And there's good space, about a fist space underneath your both arms. So the space is nice and round. Tai Chi is a curved movement. The root of the hands movement is nice and round, reflecting the circle of Tai Chi. Good. Even though this movement doesn't repeat itself a number of times, like Brashni twist step, in the forms we repeat 3 times. But playing the pipa, 手挥琵琶, only appear once in this form. However, I recommend you practice more than once, just to get a hang of this, to get understanding the coordination, the feeling, the expansion feeling we call peng, expansion, resilience, energy in the body. So you may like to practice like from 1, and then you, in my class, I sometimes also lead the student to practice the other side. So you train both sides of your brain and the coordination, upper body, lower body, and upper lower body coordination. So once you have practiced both left and right side, it helps you to understand this posture fully, holistically, or balanced way. Good. Now, the remaining time, I would like to cover the third last movement. The third new movement for today is 倒卷弓, repose monkey. Let me try to show you, first of all, from our mirrored image, first. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We repeat this 4 times in the form. 2, 3. Last time. 1, 2, 3. 好。Even though it's repeat 4 times, we're just going to use the one movement as the example and to explain the changes of the hands and the foot. First, talk about the foot changes, the stances. You may have gathered from the name, but also from my demonstrations, this is another typical sitting back, which is empty stance, 虚步, which means the body weight is carried and supported mainly by the back foot, right? But the character of repose monkey, by repeating again and again, it creates a number of steps moving backwards. That's where the repose comes from. So the first basic practice is our stepping methods. As well as knowing the body weight distribution, I'd like you to try and practice the way we position our, okay, to make this repose, the stepping backwards. To demonstrate this, first of all, finding a suitable spot. You want to have your toes out, toes pointing out, heels together. Rest your hands to your hip and waist or to the back. Try to sit down with your knees soft. Quietly shift your weight over to your right foot. Release the back foot. Heels up, peeling the heels to the toes. And reach out to the back and try to, don't rush to shift your weight yet. Try to control, again, sink and control, cruising along to the back foot. And finally, adjust the front foot straight. So each time when you finish the stance, you should check your front toe is facing forward. There is a space, a finger space underneath your heels. Okay, the front heel, there should be a finger space. So you lift your heels up a little bit. The ball of the foot is rest on the floor. Good. And with the side view, you may be able to see better. The second step, 1, pass the inside of your ankle, reach out to the back, try to sink, again, planting the back foot down, transfer weight back, rotate, pivot on the ball of the foot, turn the front foot straight. Let's try to practice once more. Draw back, pass the ankle, land with the ball of the foot, shift your weight, adjust the front foot straight. Good. Step back, heels together. So here is our footwork. The footwork is almost providing the wheels of the car. So without the wheels of the car won't move and won't stay nimble. Our footwork is very important, providing the solid base and carries the gaze, the transfer of the body weight. So that is very important, our footwork in Tai Chi. And exactly why Tai Chi helps to improve or reduce the risk of falling, because we pay attention of how the body weight will transfer between the feet. Now, let's talk about our hand movement. The repulse monkey hands movement is quite straightforward. Okay, so if either way you could practice from playing the pipa, the backhand, if you like, one at the front, the other hands at the back, will open, will drop and circle, a curve, open diagonally to the back. At the same time, turning both palms up. And now you can see this I create with my arms and chest, and the other arm is a big semicircle. So it's not try to open the arms exactly 180 degrees. It is dropping and sliding, and try feel you embrace a large big ball circle. Good, except our palm facing up. Good, and then soften the elbows, fold the arms in, above the shoulder, next to the ears, and try to push. The top hands almost pass on top of the lowering hands. And forward, backwards. One going forward, one going back. The energy should reach again the heel of the palm, edge of the palm. The lowering hands is to block, to protect our lower abdomen. And the top hand is to strike. Okay? When we say our strike in Tai Chi, we don't initiate a strike. We react. We neutralize our incoming, received incoming force, and then use the soft neutralization to yield a return, a counter attack. So on the other side is the same. Drop and slide. Both arms facing up. Curl back. Soften the elbows by the ears above your shoulder. and gently push forward and block, draw the back hand down around your waist belt level. Good. So this is on both sides. Let's put hand movement and foot movements together. I will use the long space. You can please follow me. This is the correct directions. To help our student follow me, I will continue to do the mirrored image from the loops. 手挥琵琶. Ready? Hand and foot together. 1. Arms open. Eyes follow the backhand. 2. Step and fold arm. Look ahead. 3. Transfer weight. Transfer weight back. Push and pull back. Lock and push. Next. 1. 2. Step. Curl the arms. Look back to front. 3. Sit back. Push. Drop. Lock. Again. 1. 2. 3. Take your time. Try to sink and slide just like before. And also use the turning of the waist. As you waist turn, lead the arms to extend and withdraw. Good. 好. Good. Well done. Before we finish today's public lecture, please follow me from the follow me direction. Go through, consolidate and string up these 3 new movements. Good. I will start from the white crane. Open its wings. This is not the mirrored image now. We should have the right hand on top, left hand underneath, into low C 奥步 brush knee twist step. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 手挥琵琶 1, 2, 3. Playing the pipa. Repose monkey. 1, 2, 3. Number 2. 1, 2, 3. Number 3. 1, 2, 3. Number 4, the last time. 1, 2, 3. And gently stop here. Feet together. How are you getting on? I hope you're able to follow me. And if you need extra support and questions, I'll be happy to find opportunity to answer your questions. And I regularly have weekly classes that you may be able to follow me. And I will lead you to better practice. Good. That's all for our practice, our public lecture today. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I will look forward to seeing you next time. And thank you for my colleagues from the European Tai Chi Cultural Center. Our wonderful host, Ms. Zhang Lei, and our wonderful technical support, Tong Lao Shi, Teacher Tong. Okay, thank you everyone for your participation. I look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, let's do our martial art support, the salute. 好，大家再见。谢谢各位，谢谢张磊主持人，谢谢童老师的技术支持，下次见。